you don't
Yeah, I've
know
never
about
even heard of it.
High Chews, be our sponsor, High Chew. They're so good. It's not even a gummy candy. It's like a waxy. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's like a Starburst.
Yeah. Great. Yes, that's what it's like. It's like a Starburst. Right. But it's like chewier or something.
We should say welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back.
To
Not done talking. As you can tell, guys, we never stop talking. I'm chewing on the pod. Maria, where on God's earth are you? I said, are you in Knights of Rodanthe?
And I said, kind of. Okay, so I'm in the Outer Banks. So my parents' neighbors have a beach house and it was rented out by somebody and they canceled. And so they texted my parents and were like, do you want to come stay at our beach house? And I was like, can I get in on this action? And so I came down here and I'm working here this week for
That's
a couple
amazing.
days. But I got here last night.
Can you
The weather is like set to change.
Like bad or good?
Bad.
Oh, can you show that house that you showed me for like a second that was like on... Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
It's so nice.
Like, you can just tell I was born and raised at the Jersey Shore gal. I'm like, oh my God, that house is on stilts.
Wait, are they not on stilts in the northern region?
I'd say not like that. There are some, but it's rare, and they're so much more like close together and clustered, like neighborhoody, I'd say. Have you never been to the Jersey Shore? That's what you're used to. That's
been
crazy.
to Stone Harbor.
Oh, and that there
Isn't
would
that
be
like the
houses
bougie
on
part?
Yeah, and there could be houses on stilts there. But like, all due respect to our friend Dan, like where Dan's from, it's not like that in any of the other Jersey Shore houses. I mean, no. Yeah, no.
Oh my God, I'm forgetting. I had a boyfriend who lived at the Jersey Shore, and I did like Thanksgiving there. Why would I forget
What
about
part
that?
of the Jersey Shore?
I forget. I can't remember.
Girl, knock in that brain. Like,
I can't remember. Sorry, and my Wi-Fi is terrible.
I think it's...
Can
I'm
you
hearing
hear me?
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just gonna roll with
that,
it,
like...
even if it's a little delayed.
We have so much to talk about. So much to talk about. Thank you for letting me record later. I just got finished shooting. I just got finished filming a self-tape for a commercial. And I have to say, there's nothing more humbling than shooting self-tapes for commercials, because they make you do all of these like stupid things and stupid actions. And sometimes you're just doing actions. And like eating a chip, drinking a drink, pretending like you're a speechwriter, like these crazy things. And it's a very humbling experience when you watch the tape back and then have to like submit it. And you're just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Do you remember the guy from Euphoria who was on the show You? What is his name? He's like the blonde guy. His self-tape. Do you remember that like thing that happened where they were talking about his background and they were like thought they were muted? Lucas Gage.
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
Whenever you talk about self-tapes, I just think about that.
But he answered right
That
away.
was epic.
Yeah.
That put him on the map. I love Lucas Gage, and he came out with a book not too long ago that I want to read.
I feel like...
Yeah, he's a crazy life.
White Lotus put him on the map.
White Lotus put him on the map, and Euphoria.
I forgot that
and then
he
was
in
on
Euphoria. And I didn't know he was in You, but I also didn't watch You.
Yeah, he got his ass beat in Euphoria by Nate. And it was like dark. It was sad.
It was. He's taken a lot of and the role in White Lotus where he's eating ass. I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. You know, we all need to get our start
he was
somewhere.
on the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. He was with Chris what's his name? Appleton. Yeah, that was like a fever dream.
Isn't it weird? Do you ever find it weird, like the amount of like Meek will try to tell me sometimes pop culture stuff, and I'm like, my guy, I've been knowing. Like, I appreciate you, but like this is my forte. Like, I know this. And this is what I've been dying to talk to you about. So I've been doing catering work, cater waitering, and wanting to slip my wrist at the end of each shift, but it's really, really good content, like for your brain. So
Yeah.
yesterday, or it's not, you're like, I'm either killing brain cells or not. So a lot of the people that do this are like 20 somethings. And when I say 20 somethings, like just graduated college, just living in their first place by themselves. And I'm with a bunch of 20, I'm going to say the average age yesterday was probably like 23, 24. And there were 14 of us. I was definitely the oldest one there. And the way these kids talk between the vocal fry and have you heard that kids, when they say something and they mean it, or you say like, tell me a sentence, say like anything that you like, say like, what's your favorite food?
I think that Oreos are the best.
Period. That's what they're doing. That's it. Give me something else.
Yeah.
Say anything. Say anything.
Okay. My favorite vacation is the beach.
Period. And I'm like, what is going on? That was a really good improv, Maria. I thank you for doing that with me. It was, I'm like, my brain,
love it.
They said it to the client. She's like, okay, guys, I want you to like get all the forks and the spoons. And the girl's like, okay, period. I'm like, oh my God.
I love it. I love working with that because it keeps you young. Like now you know how to talk.
If I have
been accused. My vocal fry though is like it gets worse with certain people too. But my parents give me shit about it.
That's so weird. I'm like trying to think if I hear it that much for you. I fucking hate vocal fry. I hate like I feel like I don't listen to some podcasts because of the vocal fry. Like every famous podcaster, Tinks, what's the chick? Not Skinny, Not Fat. Those girls, those sisters.
Oh, Amanda Hirsch. Sophia with an F also has kind of.
Oh,
Sophia with an F. It's almost like she's
unbearable.
trying. I love her though, but yeah, But you know that I have vocal fry.
I feel like.
How have you not noticed it?
Well, now I'm gonna
weird.
pay attention.
Also, we haven't talked about
we go.
this,
There
but
was
I
a
have
good
a
one.
lisp.
Also, okay, that was a little bit of one. You have a lisp.
Nobody notices my lisp sometimes, but then other people, it's all they notice. And now that I'm saying S a lot, it's fucking with me.
Sorry.
Well, now the whole episode, I'm just going to be like lisping like crazy. Because when I talk about it, it gets worse.
I'm sorry. Why am I laughing?
So when I was a senior in college, I took this class and I was like, I want to be a reporter. And the teacher was like, you'll never be a reporter because the way you talk.
And look at you now, bitch.
If it was because
look
my
at you
lisp
now.
or my voice.
Here we
I'm
are.
basically a reporter now.
You're basically you're doing your dreams. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I didn't know if the lisp thing was serious or not.
It's like, oh, I'm not like self-conscious about it.
Thank God, because I can't stop giggling. It's the way that you said it. I'm sorry.
Well, now the rest of the time, I'm literally going to be lisping this whole episode.
I don't think I noticed it, but it's only when you said the word lisp that I noticed it. Okay, we'll change the subject. What are we supposed to be talking about? Vocal fry and lisp?
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about In the City. I want to get your take on it.
You want to like jumping right in.
What did you think?
Okay.
Like what did you think? Well, obviously we can talk about life, but
yeah,
I'm curious about that too.
I was kind of bored. I also like
it was a lot of setup.
Yeah, you're right. And this is where, because I felt that way first episode of Real Housewives of Rhode Island, like bored. And now I'm hooked.
Same.
Kenny.
Same.
Kenny is not, I just can tell I'm not going to fuck with him. I don't know what it is. There's something very arrogant about him. And
he said to Lindsay, he was like, you're a man hater or something. And I was like, oh
yeah, I
my
am.
God.
I know, because you can't handle
the way
comment, Kenny.
Yeah, he's giving Jax Taylor energy.
Oh, that's aggressive. Jax Taylor. Okay. Yeah, also, I didn't ask for Danielle to be back on my TV screen.
But you have to admit she looks good as hell.
She,
I
I
think she might be
always,
taking the Ozempic.
oh, you think? I mean, everybody is. I,
She looks so good.
I also have always, always, always loved her style. Love her style, like her fashion sense. It's always, yeah. Like
She did look really cute.
so what do we think about this boyfriend? Other than he looks like, all right, I'm not gonna be mean. I'm gonna be mean. He looks like the Snapchat filter where your eyes are too far apart and you play the prank on your like partner, like, and you put the filter and their eyes are too far apart. So apparently there's some drama about.
Oh my god. I can kind of see that. His
There's
name's like what, Owen or something?
Owen, spelled the Irish way, Eoin.
I didn't know that.
What? That's the Irish way?
I didn't know that that's how you spell. Yeah, I never knew that until
Well,
I
I
saw it
guess
on
I
my screen last
didn't-
night.
I guess I didn't either, but I have a odd amount of Irish friends who, when my friend Saoirse, which like that spelling alone is every time she like calls herself Sarah at Starbucks and stuff just to like not confuse people, but she taught me a lot about different names and the spelling and how to say them in Irish, which is crazy. But apparently there's a lot of drama with this guy. He was married and Danielle was the mistress.
Yeah.
But they're saying in the blogs that she was seeing him while still married. But to me, that just reads as they were separated, not that she was the mistress. And you're allowed to, like, how many people I know that are in the process of getting divorced, but they're separated and not legally divorced yet, are dating. Like, that's normal.
Yeah, I think we're going to hear more about that as the season goes on.
And you know she's pregnant
But,
now.
What?
Maria, you are on a pop. This was like Friday's news, girl. Where are you? Rodanthe?
How did I miss that?
She's like,
I clearly.
She showed up to the In the City premiere full like 6 months pregnant.
Oh my God, I totally missed that. Fuck. Well, okay, one thing I will say about the In the City premiere is I like that they were all wearing like neutrals, like other than Lindsay, which was random, but like the whole like show, they're all like neutral browns and stuff, and I kind of like that vibe. It's like giving fall energy.
That's so New York. I think part of me was
Is
like,
it?
okay, I think New Yorkers are going to be in like white and black and like no. Okay, that's not fair to say because like there are the people that live in Brooklyn that will wear whatever the hell they want. Oh my God, see, this is my problem is like I feel when you watch shows in LA and you live there, you probably feel like you know too much. Whereas like about this, like where they were on their dates and where they were hanging out and the type of people that these people are in the city, how the chick was like Tribeca's for the people that are too rich for the Upper East Side. You know, it's like you do a little eye rolling and you know these type of people, you know? And it's like I'm like, I hope I get to enjoy it and that I'm not like annoyed by them the whole time.
Too much in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to watch it because it's nice, but I will say I've seen too much of Kyle and Amanda. Like I kind of need a break.
Yes. That's what, like watching them going from summer house where they're crying to then fully going into they're moving out, they're coming from therapy. Amanda, I do not believe they were separated. I know we talked about this last week, but the week before you were like, I think they were separated before. I don't think that anymore because all of this feels really raw and almost like we should be watching.
I agree. Okay, another thing, this is like kind of off topic. Her voice is really starting to grate on me. I don't know what it is. Like it never
whiny.
Bothered me before this. It's whiny.
It's very like, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like getting like, okay, the scene in the beginning when her and Kyle are sitting on the couch at like, I guess it's his new apartment or something like that.
No, that was their apartment together.
Okay, well, she goes, can I sit on your couch? And I was like, well, why is she saying your couch? Because if it was their apartment together, then why is she not saying You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was just like started like raising her voice out of the blue. And I was just like, what the fuck? And it was kind of how she was on the reunion in the clips that came out of her responding to Sierra. She's like yelling for no reason.
And it's like she's a little kid defending herself. Like, I didn't do it this way. That's not what happened. I wasn't seeing West before. We didn't have an emotional affair. That scene with them opening on the couch after the West stuff came out, I just imagine if that was like Meek and I'm coming over after we go through a divorce and now I'm dating someone new and that person's our friend. Like, Kyle was very understanding of the whole situation and really worried about her. What did you think when Amanda said that nothing happened? Like, Kyle was questioning Amanda, saying, I think something, like, was there really nothing going on? And she said, how could you trust my fidelity to you? That's not the type of person I am.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough to see. And then am I crazy or didn't she like turn it on him? And she was like, you cheated on me or something like that. And then and then he was like,
Says
when or something. And she was like, it's on. She was like, it's on video. And he was like, oh. Like,
The fact
he didn't
that
even like
no, and the fact that like Kyle Cook is coming out of this divorce with his head raised high because of everything that's going on with Amanda. The other thing that was so funny is when they were walking after therapy, that whole scene of the therapy was very uncomfortable too. It almost feels too uncomfortable. And he says the thing about her rain jacket. He's like, you're wearing a raincoat. And she's like, it's not a raincoat.
I loved it so much because I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, yeah, she is wearing a raincoat in September. Because I had to look. The scene when Amanda and Lindsay are in the grocery store, they're both wearing like fall coats.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, isn't this supposed to be filmed in September? Like, it was really confusing to me.
But see, that's another thing. Like, New Yorkers are like, it's after Labor Day. Let's get out our trench coats.
Yeah, I guess so.
I also don't believe that it was like filmed immediately after. I think it was like just how they did the transition of her in the car. Like, God knows that was like weeks after and just like some shot.
Yeah, you gotta admit that transition was smooth though. It was a smooth ass transition.
I mean,
it was giving like Vanderpump Rules into
I was going to say,
House, or yeah.
There was nothing that can do the transition between Sheena Shea at Vanderpump going to sit down with Brandy to have the conversation from Real Housewives to Vanderpump. Like, that transition is like what we hold everything to. I don't know.
It's revolutionary.
Yeah, it truly is. What do you think's gonna? I think this city is really just gonna be us seeing more of Amanda and Kyle and seeing if we like the other people.
I think the city's going to be more of Lindsay, and I love seeing Gemma, and that's kind of it. Like, I don't really care about any of the other people.
I know, and I wish they brought Carl on this season. I would like to have seen him in the first season.
I think they're going to bring him next season. If it gets picked up for a second season, I think that now that they're like closer and they're friendly, and they had that scene in the Summer House episode where they're in like the igloo. That was so cute.
It truly, I loved that. I feel like that scene with Lindsay and Carl just apologizing. I was sitting there saying, this is what Lindsay needed this whole time. It's what she wanted. It's what she needed to say, like, I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry that like things got ugly for a while. I loved seeing them back. I loved that conversation because they were friends first, and there was a really nice thing about their friendship.
I was kind of on her side too. Like, everything she was saying made sense to me, because there was a point where I was like, Lindsay's being kind of annoying about this breakup. Like, he's allowed to end it if they're not right for each other. But then seeing what she was saying, she was like, it's not that he ended it. He could have ended it. It was just that he didn't communicate throughout the whole process. And she was like, I was your friend. And that is fucked up. That is so fucked up that he did it like that. Wait, we didn't even talk about Summer House.
We did not even talk about Summer House.
It was really sad. It was a sad ending. Then the hug between Sierra and Amanda just made me sick.
You could not write this better. If you were writing a TV show, like this is what you would want your people to be doing. Like Amanda is this is going to be really hard for her to come back from after that scene. After that scene of them hugging and Sierra saying like, I'm really proud of you. I want you to I'm really proud of you. I love you. And Amanda saying like, I have really good friends. I'm so lucky to have good friends like this. That's really, really, it's going to be ugly. So Amanda at the end, when they're all leaving, it was an awful conversation to see Kyle and Amanda even, but I truly didn't think that Kyle could come out of this season. But I can't believe I'm on Kyle's side about this whole thing.
I know. I'm loving him right now, and that's kind of bad.
He's so bad. And the fact that she's making him look good, because I also think she's a puss that just can't take her own accountability. I think this is the closest thing she got to accountability in terms of like her relationship and her shit on it. What did you think of all these fan theories of Amanda and Wes saying goodbye to each other? That like Sierra caught them hugging and caught them. Do you think there was something going on? Where?
Oh, I didn't see the fan.
Girl, where do you get your news? We need to get your news.
What are the fan theories? What did I miss?
So the fan theories are that West and Amanda like things were going on. Amanda gave West a hug and West whispered like good luck, because West knew that Amanda was going to say that she was going to move out for a few days. Another fan theory was that West and Amanda were like plotting, like we know that there's feelings, and when Sierra and West kissed, which again, we didn't even talk about that, Amanda said, Amanda said like, oh, well, I'm going to leave my husband, but now you're back with Sierra, so I'm going to stay with Kyle. And then when they finally called it off is when they said that, like, Wes called it off with Sierra and Amanda called it off with Kyle, and that's when they started being together. All very messy.
There's some, that's like, it could be anything. It sucks that we'll never know, but those are like pretty legit theories. They're not a bad point.
I want to believe that, I don't know, that Wes didn't hook up with the married woman who wasn't separated from her husband, but I don't know.
He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck.
It's true. What do you think?
We're giving him too much credit. Did you see? You sent me this. It was the TikTok of the woman who was like, Sierra, everyone thinks Sierra ate, with that comment where she was like at the reunion and basically was like, Amanda, Wes is only with you to spite me. And they were like, she ate with the delivery, but there's no merit to that because he doesn't care enough to even do that out of spite. And I agree.
And I think the same, like, I don't think he thinks about you at all, Sierra. Truly. Like, I don't think this is despite you at all. I think he's thinking with his dick. Like, truly, this has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And that's shitty. Great comment. But yeah, I want to know from a psychologist. Sometimes when I'm in therapy with my therapist, I'll ask her what she thinks about certain people from Bravo to ask what
she'll answer you.
Oh yeah, she's a big Bravo holic.
I'm so jealous. That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
I know, but she doesn't know Summer House that much, so I need to ask her. I'm going to give her the scenario and ask her what she thinks, because like there's a thing with West where like he needs all the attention until he gets it. What did you think of West's conversation with Ben, and then right after it going and making out with Sierra?
So that was diabolical. So he was literally like telling Ben, oh, I don't want her to take me too seriously. I am not capable of being a boyfriend. I'm not going to pursue this. And then was it that same night? It was like a couple hours later. They're like making out from also, it was like 4 a.m. They don't go to bed till 6 a.m. Then they're like up at 9 a.m. spending the day together, and that was shocking to me.
The 3 hours. Also, I want to know these timestamps. I think producers edited the timestamps. There's no way you're up at 3 a.m. or 3 hours of sleep. No, thank you.
Well, I never thought they doctored the timestamps. I just
Oh,
believed it. But that
I
would
don't
make
believe
so much
anything.
more sense.
Yeah. Ever since I saw, so I went to see, do you know how Dolores Catania would do that baseball thing in Brooklyn
Hmm.
for Maimonides? So I went to that one year and they were filming the episode and I watched how production manipulated the situation and it kind of ruined everything I thought about reality TV. Like there was the production lady was standing behind with like the phone and the words like say this, hug her now. Yeah. Like they truly like are directing a scene and it makes me look at things so differently. Like even Amanda and Kyle walking up the steps from the subway, they didn't take the subway to therapy. Let's stop. Let's stop. Amanda and Kyle don't take subways. I'm just going to say that. They didn't take it to therapy. They're probably taking an
Wow.
Uber. They're not subway people. You can look at them and tell. But that's what I mean. Like, I don't believe the timestamp stuff. I just, yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I
Hot
feel like
take.
Summer House, other than that, that is a hot take, but I feel like Summer House feels pretty natural to me. Not to
Sure.
switch back to In the City, but it felt a little produced. Like there were
Yeah.
a couple scenes, like the situation between Lindsay and Danielle felt a little produced. And then the situation when all the girls got together for like the girls' night out, where like
Yeah.
Amanda came and met them later, it felt super produced,
But
like
that's
awkward almost. Like they were like telling them to like talk about something dramatic.
for sure. And I think that's why we love Summer House so much because it's the only reality TV show that still has the cameras. I mean, it's the same reason why we love Love Island. It's they have the camera set up. People don't always
Hmm.
know what the cameras are picking up. They're in every room. Where's the camera at? What's happening? It's the only TV show that still has that on Bravo. Other than Below Deck, which is another great show where you're picking up these little
Mm.
things that are happening in different rooms that you might not get sight into. Like even when West and Sierra came back and they were hugging and they went to like the night vision goggles of West and
Hmm.
Sierra hugging and West's like, are you
And Jesse was just like, what the, like he was just like in the bed with them. That was so weird.
creeping? Like take a hint, dude. And Sierra said, are you just inching me closer to your bed? But to your point, like
I
in
know.
the fact that they all live in the same house together, it's what makes it such a great show. And I think what happened at the end there was when Sierra and Amanda were saying goodbye and why everybody was so emotional because I think they all knew that this iteration of the house was never going to be the same again.
Yeah. Well, not only is the house going up for sale, but it's going to be, I think, a different cast. Like, I think it's going to be a totally different feel, especially within the city. Like, some characters are going to break off. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
have, I don't know, maybe it's going to be like Bailey and the new people in this new one.
That's what I saw.
KJ and Dara.
God, I saw a blind that they wanted Bailey. What's the other chick's name? Levi. Like
Do
the
they want
crew.
Levi?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody's gonna. I don't know that. I was gonna say
Because
I don't know if
I
anybody.
don't even understand the whole situation with Levi really confuses me. Like they cut her out of like every scene, but then she has
Why?
a spot at the reunion. She has like a
Why?
look and
Why did
for
they cut
what?
her
Like what
out?
is she supposed to contribute if she
What did
has
she
no
do?
like I don't know anything about her. I don't she's like Bailey's side character basically.
For sure. And I want to see too I want Summer House to go back to what it originally was, where people are making out. Like Kyle and Amanda, get them out of there. I want to see people making
Yeah.
out, bringing people home, going out to the bars, like what it was the first two, three, 4 seasons, because that's part of the fun of it too. So yeah, I think we'll have a different version of that. Getting into our show, Real Housewives of Rhode Island. How hooked are you?
I love so at first I was watching it like out of duty because I was like I need to know what everyone's talking about, and then I was watching it out of like a sociology experiment. I was like I have never seen these women are like their accents and stuff. I didn't even know anything about Rhode Island. And then I just got hooked somewhere along the way. And I love it so much. Alicia is so fucking funny.
She was made to be in reality television with her crackers. I just had my crackers. My crackers.
I don't even think she's trying.
No, she's not. She's like what Teresa was season 1, where she was kind of like ditzy and silly, and she's reality TV gold. She's gonna get if there hasn't been Ritz crackers or saltines pick her up for a promo, they are losing out on the marketing.
You're so right. You know the scene where she's like, look, it's a 4-leaf clover to her husband. And he's like, that's poison ivy. Don't touch that.
It's a 4-leaf clover. That's... Oh my God. Do you know who's from Rhode Island that people don't realize?
Who?
Pauly D from Jersey Shore. If you think about his accent now,
sense.
I know. Because I didn't know. Like, when I think of Rhode Island, I think of Newport, Taylor Swift's house, all of these like rich white people. Like, I just assume everybody there is blonde hair and blue eyes. And then there's this huge like Italian... I had no clue.
But the weird thing is Ashley, I think that's her name, like Ashley whatever, her husband is he's from Rhode Island. He doesn't talk like them at all. Like, he's like a totally different breed of like Rhode Islander. Upper class. Did you notice he is yeah, maybe. He has no accent. But then Liz is like,
I love her.
I don't even know what
she's
that is.
Like,
I love her so much.
And she's a mix between New Jersey, and mob wives, like without a doubt.
Do you think that she has like unsavory business, like the fact that she's friends with Dino? I'm like, 100%. Is there something?
There's no way.
Okay,
I mean, you can look at her and look at all the gold in her house. There's also been some. Do you follow Bravo and Cocktails yet?
Girl. I follow them, but I don't pay for them.
Well, there's been some comments. It's worth every penny.
I have seen comments.
Mm-hmm. So, like, is her husband
I would be afraid
waste
of
management? Her. Yeah, I know. And when Alicia called out, who was it? Rosie, that was trying to start shit. Yeah. She was like, don't. Okay. We're not the ones.
That was crazy. That felt way over the top. Like, Rosie was trying to produce, basically.
100%.
In that scene, Rosie was like, Alicia was saying that about you too, Liz. It was like literally a producer told her, you need to say that. And then the way Alicia responded was like, way too much. That was the different side of Alicia.
I think she basically said, don't fuck with me, bitch. I don't know. I mean, I'm from Philly. And so, no, I think she just put her in line really quick. Like, you're not going to do this to me. You're not going to get them to produce and try to sit there and like change your tune right now, because this isn't going to work for me. Don't fuck with me is what I think she said. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I'm such a drama queen. Speaking of Rosie,
I love it too.
This last week's
the
episode,
Kelsey fight.
Oh my God.
Whose side are you on?
Honestly, I thought I was on Kelsey's just because I thought Rosie was annoying, but after that fight, she destroyed her, and it gave me like a little tingle in my Pringle, and I was like, I love Rosie.
I flipped sides. I flipped sides completely because I was like, Kelsey's right. She is lying about shit. And then it turned out that like maybe she was actually being honest about the floor plan of her house.
But also, like, why does Kelsey have such a boner about it? Why does she care so much?
I don't know. And it was so bizarre, the scene where she like, what was the sirens in her car and like the loudspeaker on her car, and that was really fucking weird. It was weird. Like, I think she was trying to be funny,
but she's not funny. If you can only pull that off if you are funny. And these people, like, Kelsey doesn't give off. I just also think it's very ironic for Kelsey, who has 2 different men paying for every part of her life, to have these big opinions about the square footage of someone's home. You don't have a home. You have You have
Yeah.
men paying for your life. How do you figure that you could be so judgmental?
Period. Just- all episode I've been wanting to be like, period. Now I'm gonna start talking like that. But okay, they were like they were like legitimately about to like fist fight.
I know.
And there wasn't much intervention. I did see like a videographer or somebody like
the
kind of
end.
step in and like pull Rosie to the side. But then somehow, okay, she pushes Kelsey out the door, which is like kind of like hands-on aggression. And then somehow the doors open again and Kelsey comes back in.
Producers. Also the balls to go back into someone's house. Because this is what we have to think about. Ultimately, Rosie had the upper hand because Kelsey was in her house. So I think if this was on public ground, I think Kelsey would have had a lot more to say. But Kelsey was very aware that she was in Rosie's house. So there's still this weird level of respect that you have to have because you're in someone's home. The two of them fighting with the suitcase while Rosie's dragging it down the stairs. It was like watching two toddlers fight over their favorite toy. Period.
It was honestly so embarrassing for Kelsey. Like when Rosie picked up her bag and was like, I'll get you out of my house for you. And just you're never going to live this one down.
Never.
And then I think you sent me this, or I think I just came across this. It was like people questioning if Kelsey really did live in that mansion at that time, because they're saying she left the mansion of her Florida or whatever, that boyfriend's house, like 2 years prior. Did you see that?
No.
And a lot of locals are saying, yeah, she moved out 2 years prior and she just like shot in the house for the show, but she wasn't actually living there. At that point, they were like broken up for a while. And that it's kind of like adding up for me. 'Cause I'm like, I wonder if she didn't live there. It seemed unlived in.
It's just so weird to me how much she has to say about other people when do you think it's weird that she's dating this guy Billy while her ex is still paying her rent? Then
She's like mad when people talk about polygamy. Why would you be mad? Own it.
What do you want us to call it? Tell us what you wanted to call it and we'll call it that. You have a sugar daddy who pays for your stuff, which also I think if she owned it more, I'd have less of an opinion about it. But she's trying to she's not.
Yeah. But okay, I gotta say, she's really pretty. I did my eyeliner. I know. Well, I did my eyeliner to look like her at work the other day, and I was like, I felt so good about myself.
Wait, how does she do it?
Because she does this like trick. It's this like hooded eye trick where you like put it out and then you connect it. I've seen it on TikTok. It looks so good on her. When I first started the show, I thought they all looked the same. And now I can tell them apart. But like when Dolores was in a scene, I was like, this is
her
too
and
much.
Liz.
Like I could
not tell her and Liz apart. Even like their
No.
inflection and the way that they talk is so similar.
I know.
It's true though, because they all have dark hair. They all kind of, but I felt like that way for Jersey a little bit too.
Yeah.
What I just said this about a show that just came on that I said the same thing and I can't remember what it was. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I don't know. People said that about the Real Lives of Mormon Wives big time.
Oh, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is because they all, they all just have straight hair and light eyes.
They use the same hair extensions. They use the same like botox person, blah blah blah, like eyelash person, all of that. And it's the same for Rhode Island. Like Liz said it. Her and Dolores used the same surgeon.
Injector?
They had like the same facelift.
I cannot wait to get a facelift. I truly cannot wait.
Oh my god, my friend came to visit. I haven't seen her in like 6 months. And I was like, why do you look so young? You're like glowing right now. And she was like, I had this really crazy laser treatment that was basically like a facelift. And she said she's not working right I don't know what it was. It was like she said it was stronger than a chemical peel and that she couldn't go out for 2 months. Like she couldn't go out in the sun for 2 months and that it's like a crazy healing process.
I think it's
So
CO2
I'm like,
laser.
oh my God, she looked so, she was like, oh,
Can
it
you
hasn't
find
fully
out?
healed yet.
I need to know.
I'm going to text her. I'm going to text
I
her.
get Botox for migraines. And I had my Botox done today, and my doctor, he's the best. I was like, Doc, freeze me up. Like, give me the extra. I know that there's extra in that thing. He's like, okay. So he gave me extra.
Where does he do it? Like, does he do it in your neck?
He does it all here, and then you have two nerves above your eyes, right here. Like, even if you touch them right now, maybe not you, but if I touch them right here, they're sore because like these nerves here, it's like your trigeminal. It goes all the way around.
Okay.
And then he does it in my hairline here, and then on my jaw for TMJ stuff.
I need my jaw.
Oh,
I grind my teeth so badly. Dude, my jaw is getting like too strong. I'm like watching it grow.
It's so
the muscle
crazy.
Is so strong now.
He on my one side, so I was like not feeling well, and it was like I thought I had an earache, and it was because of the TMJ. And he put the needle in here, and I screamed. He's like, it's like putting a needle into a rock. That's what you're feeling. And I was like, ah,
shit.
And then they do the back.
I want to do
of your
it, but
head
it's
too.
so expensive.
But see,
do you have to pay
covered.
for?
No, because it's covered on my
Your
insurance.
insurance covers.
But that's also
How?
because I have a migraine disorder where like they have. I mean, if you have TMJ, you could get it covered.
I need to get diagnosed.
But go to the dentist and get it because I pay $40 a visit. Yeah, but also
okay.
Yeah, you gotta.
I have homework.
It's not. I mean, TMJ is a legit reason to get it. When I tell you, like even sort of touch, he's like, you're going to have a bruise there. I'm like, great. Why the hell are we talking? Oh, everybody's face work. Yeah. It's great, Rhode Island. Okay. There's a few other things that I really wanted to get to.
I want to talk about crashing.
Crashing
or The Crash.
Oh,
the Crash
okay, good.
documentary.
Have you watched?
I didn't see it. No, I'm gonna watch it tonight. But
Okay.
I've been following it on TikTok, and I saw this girl who was like in prison with her, and she did like this whole tell-all. Did you see that TikTok?
It's weird because a few different girls have come out on TikTok with their tell-alls. So the doc is about this high school girl. She, I think, was like 16. Her boyfriend was 18. Maybe no. They had just graduated. She was 18, he was 20, and their friend was 19 that was in the car with them. So they had all gone out, hanging out. They weren't drinking. They were smoking pot. She had psychedelics on her, but none in her system. And she crashes into a wall at a high rate of speed, and the two other people in the car die. Which one is her boyfriend and one is her boyfriend's like best friend. And I'm probably ruining a bunch of it. Well, you know that she's in jail. So the process.
I've already been paying attention to like all of it.
Right. So then they basically go down a whole they go down the whole, was this an accident? Was it on purpose? Did her and her boyfriend, were they in a toxic relationship where they got into a fight and she purposely drove the car at a high rate of speed into, the wall, and she doesn't remember what happened. She was pulled out. She had like 2 broken legs. Something was wrong with her neck. Like she was in ICU for a long time, was in rehab to get everything back for a really long time. And everyone's just painting her as this 18-year-old girl who did this on purpose because she and her boyfriend had a toxic relationship. I don't know if I believe that after watching it.
I know you said you had a controversial opinion. I'm on the side of the rest of TikTok where I'm like, she's giving sociopath vibes, because I heard a call of her and her friend and she's just so nonchalant about it. Like she's more concerned about herself than the fact that 2 people died. And just like so like I don't know
Part
the
of me
word
is like,
for it. Just like,
is that the age too, though? At 18, I mean, don't get me wrong, two people died. The one thing I was talking to our friend Dan about this, and the one thing that I thought was interesting that in all of the interviews of her friends, not one of her friends threw her under the bus and said like, "Oh, she's crazy. She does." All of her friends were really supportive of her. Like, she would never do this. This isn't like her. It's not in her character. Yeah, she likes to take TikToks of herself and do all of these things, but this wasn't the type of person she was in a relationship. Her and her boyfriend broke up. Yeah, but that's what you do when you're in a relationship with your high school boyfriend and you say and do stupid shit that, yeah. Tell me about this, the TikTok side. I don't know. I don't know if I think.
okay, you're making me, I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah.
How does that happen? You don't go 100 miles, especially if you're smoking weed, you're driving slower.
And
if I know anything, it's you're driving slower. You're stopping at green lights. You're not driving 100 miles an hour. And then I saw somebody was saying on a podcast that they looked at her phone or like her GPS records and she had driven that route twice. Did they cover that in the documentary?
They covered it in the doc, but they said the opposite, that she had driven it a bunch of times. So she knew the roads well. Because otherwise she wouldn't.
Okay, if you know the roads well, then why would you hit a wall? If you know I know when I go into my neighborhood, I know all my turns because it's windy.
So the biggest piece of evidence that I thought they had, because the rest of it all kind of seemed like the rest of the evidence, the biggest piece that they had was that they pulled her car records, and the car records showed that she accelerated for the last like 5 to 10 seconds at a high rate of speed that just kept going up and up with no tapping the brakes. She never tried to tap the brakes. So they're saying if she was in distress, she would try to tap the brake at least once. There was a shift into neutral and drive and a little bit of like a shift of the steering wheel. And the investigator, the cop who investigated her, the lawyer, said that shift was the two kids trying to save their lives. Like they tried to put it in neutral and were fighting her for it. And the shift was them trying to take control of the wheel. That's the only piece of evidence, which I know is like a very big one, but I don't know.
I'm going to give you my take tonight after I watch it.
Good.
I'm starting with preconceived notions because I'm not on her side already.
Yeah. I don't know.
But maybe I'll switch. I don't know.
Like she gives like stupid young girl energy to me. Just like stupid, like I want to do my TikToks and smoke pot. And she doesn't, I don't know. They're like talking about how she said that she was going to hit her boyfriend with a car in one of her text messages. And I'm like, if you saw
I'm sorry, that's crazy. No, but you weren't. I hope you weren't.
I was
saying
psychotic.
Shit like that. Like
I punched my boyfriend.
I was psychotic.
All of them. Besides me, I'm not allowed.
This is like with Hutto with Love Island. People will be like, you should see what she did with her now ex, who has a restraining order on her. How she went into the apartment of his baby mama.
But see, and then if Huda ran a car into a wall, we'd be like, oh, okay, Huda. Whereas, and like Huda's friends from Love Island would be like, she was a little crazy when she was dealing with this boyfriend. But all of her friends aren't saying that. They're like, she wouldn't do that. She's not that crazy. Like, yeah, they got in fights. Yeah, they said dumb shit to each other. But like, it wasn't like that bad.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to... I'll tell you what
I'd love to hear.
I also saw a weird video. I don't know if this was in the documentary. There was like a video of her talking to her mom, the girl, I don't know her name, the girl who the crash is about. And they're like speaking gibberish. Did you see that? And her mom understood her. She was basically saying she's like in her hotel. Gibberish. Or she's like in the hospital bed and her mom comes and she's like, Mom, they decoded it. And she's basically like, should I say I had a seizure? And her mom was like trying to give her advice on what to say to the police.
Wait, did she do the like actual gibberish?
It was like pig Latin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People used to know how to
And
talk that when I was growing up. I could
it's like
understand it, but I couldn't.
like
Yeah,
like what
yeah.
you
What a guy,
okay,
what a gay, what a
I'll
gay, what
send
a
it to
go,
you
what a
later.
go, what a guy, what a gay, what a go.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah.
basically saying that, and it says, "Should I tell them I had a seizure?" I'll send it to you.
I have to see that.
I'm
Okay,
surprised that
that
wasn't in the
changes my mind.
documentary.
No, but that's what I mean. The documentary, if you don't see all of the TikTok stuff, the documentary, you're like, okay, just because of the acceleration thing. Granted, yes, that's a big piece of evidence, but there wasn't anything. I think, like, if you watch the Murdoch documentary or the Karen Reed trial, all of those
Oh my
things, there
God.
was. I know, Karen Reed. Holy shit! What a time! Like that.
I was really into that trial.
So much. This doesn't have that much other evidence. So you kind of feel like it's like a cliffhanger.
It is. Well, okay. So the first time I heard about it was a couple days ago on the Giggly Squad podcast. Hannah was talking about it. And I was like, wait, the premise of the documentary is literally a car crash. Like, it
Yeah.
was just so strange to me. I was like, that's it? I
Yeah.
thought there was going to be like a series of car crashes or something. And I was like, that's it? And then
Yeah.
it started taking TikTok by storm. And so I was like, okay, this is something I got to watch. And then I didn't know that you and Dan had already watched it. I was like, shit, I'm behind. I'm trying to
really
catch up
good.
with the Real Housewives of Rhode Island over here.
Girl, and I don't know
then
where
this show
your
just comes up.
your algorithm needs to get, like, the fact that you didn't know that Danielle was pregnant. That is Friday's news. Where?
That
Are
is
you
something,
following enough
though.
accounts?
I need to be better about that, but I will say this weekend was a little chaotic for me.
Okay,
I had a friend
fine.
in town, and then I went to like a
Fair.
wedding where I
Oh.
saw like a bunch of high school people, and I'm gonna say something kind of mean.
Yes. Oh, God, I would kill myself if I saw a bunch
Do
of high
you
school
have
people.
I'm hoping that nobody listens to this that I know. Do you have like the popular guys in your high school? Did they follow the trope of all falling down into like not a great life?
Well, it depends because I'm
Like the
Philly.
trope of like the high school quarterback
Yes.
is like a loser and
Well, I wouldn't
like
say
a plumber.
loser.
Oh, no, plumber
but
is actually a
that's what I was gonna say.
reputable.
I'd say most of the people that I went to high school with that were like the football players all dream about the good old days of being like the football players and the time they won the high school championship when we were juniors, and they all like still live there. But I'd say they're more like I'm like watching myself here. They're all in like the trades, like union trades. Because I know a few of
Okay.
them. So
I mean,
which-
that's better than.
yeah. And do they drink a little too much? Probably, but
Oh, I lost you for a second.
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I ran into somebody at the wedding. This guy, I had the crush of a lifetime on this guy in high school. And I hadn't seen him since high school. He was so beautiful, like in high school. And then I saw him at the wedding and I didn't recognize him at all.
Is he
And then
like-
somebody was like, he just didn't look that good. And
Can you
then
give
somebody
me?
was
Can we
"That's
give like a
so-and-so."
pseudonym? Give like a fake name, first and last.
I almost said sea salt. Like what?
A real name,
What?
like Scott Smith or something.
We're gonna call him Scotty Fedora.
Did he wear a fedora? Was he on the
No,
football
but he
team?
were something not too far off. No,
Whoa.
he wasn't on the football team.
Okay. Now,
But
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
anyways, I was like, catch me up. What have you been up to since high school? And he was like, well, there was a couple run-ins with the law, and then I moved out here to sell weed, and then I lived out of my car for 2 years. And I was just like, wow, this is like so wild because it's every story of every popular guy in my high school. They all went down the same road. And it's so weird because they were so good looking in high school and now they're all like bald and
Yeah, and
overweight
fat
and they drink
and,
too
like,
much.
and have like the red puffy skin in the faces. I'd say
Uh,
that's
the
like
red
a
skin.
a version of like what happened to the football players. There's definitely like a version of that. And it's so funny
Yeah.
because like the hot guys that you thought you couldn't get, you're like, let me just tell you, I could pull your ass now.
I don't want
I
him
wouldn't
anymore.
even look at
I don't
you.
want-
Right. No. Like, thank you. God.
It's
crushes
so
in high
weird because
school.
it's such a trope. Like everyone tells you that when you're in high school, they're like, trust me, these people who you like praise so much are going to be a nobody later in life. And it's so true. And the nerds are all like killing it in life right
have
now.
beautiful
The people who had
skin.
no friends are like,
Right.
yeah.
Killing it. They don't need Botox. They took care of their skin because they weren't out in the sun a lot. I mean, if there's one thing
my
I look
God, I
at, it's
know.
people's skin. Did you ever watch Can't Hardly
Same.
Wait?
No, what's
Oh
that?
my gosh. Okay, so Can't Hardly Wait is like Varsity Blues. It's like that era of movies where they're taught like they all go back to high school, or it's like the party, the senior year party. And in Can't Hardly Wait, it's probably one of my favorite movies. Jerry O'Connell comes back and he's still at the high school parties, drinking beer, and he like played football in college, but like his third year he, tore his ACL, and now he's brought the six pack to the college party. That's like that was happening at my high school parties where like the older guys were still coming back. And at the time I was like,
Oh my God, that's
"Oh."
sad.
And I recognized that they were losers, but I would like make out with them still as losers. It's okay.
Same.
Yeah.
When I was 15, the like older guys I was making out with that I thought were so cool, and now I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you were hanging out with me because you couldn't get with somebody your own age.
That's what I say about my ex-boyfriend.
It's sad.
Period.
Oh yeah.
Okay, speaking of
Period.
high school, period. Speaking of high school, college, whatever, you have to watch Off Campus.
I know, I heard.
Holy horny.
Okay,
is.
how many episodes are out? Tell me, give me the
I
spiel.
don't know how many episodes are out. I'm on episode 5. It's about a hockey
Okay.
player and a theater gal who, okay, the story, did you watch The Summer I Turned Pretty?
No, or yes, I watched the first 2 seasons and
Okay.
I fell off, but I heard this is a lot like that.
It gives the same, I actually think it's a better plot line, which don't come from me, Summer I Turned Pretty, just because that was so corny and I hated how into it I was. This is equally as corny, but you can't stop watching because the men are so significantly hotter and more appropriate age. I sound like such a pervert on this podcast. That's what I'm
No,
talking about.
I think a lot of I didn't like The Summer I Turned Pretty because it like started to feel as like, okay, they're
We get
too
it. Push
young.
roll.
But
I know.
now, but so you're saying this is an older
Well,
age
they're in
group.
college.
Hey,
the
I
men-
watched Tell Me Lies. I love
Yes.
Tell Me Lies.
Tell Me
I
Lies
love
is
overcompensating.
Okay, this is, I'd say if it would be like Summer I Turned Pretty, overcompensating met, and it's like this girl has a crush on this music guy, and she's a music gal and has a scholarship, but is going to lose her scholarship, so she needs to write pop music. Okay, so she's got to write pop music to keep her scholarship, and she has a crush on this guy who's in a band who's like emo, and then there's this hockey player, because everything's hockey now, and he doesn't want to take a girl seriously. She's like, perfect, you'll make my guy jealous by making out with me and pretending like you're my boyfriend. So they pretend they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Obviously they fall for each other. She had some sexual trauma that she was like, before I go and have sex with the hot guy that's in the band, can we do it first so that I know that like I can get through this? And he's like, sure, I'll be your guinea pig. And then they realize they're in love with each other, and it just goes on from that. And there's a lot of like shirts off and boobs and implied sexual situations that are so lovely.
I'm excited.
It's a
Okay,
good
I'm going to
one.
binge it before next week.
It's so
I have
bingeable,
all
too.
Monday. I have nothing to do. I have off Monday. It's Memorial Day. And I'll be
Yes.
back from the beach. So I'm like binge TV show and catch up on cleaning my house because my house
Yeah.
is nasty right now.
The other show that you need to watch, have you ever watched Couples Therapy?
Yes. Okay. So I watched it in the beginning. I fell off, but I saw recently a clip on TikTok of like two. So it's like a black guy and a really heavy white guy. They're like, I guess they're married, and they have a really interesting.
it
Is
from
that
this
this
season?
season?
I wonder if you're
It
talking
might
about
be an older one.
I wonder. Okay. So the big story this season is there's Shay, who's trans, and Clinton, who's autistic. And that's been a
That's
big
who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Is
yeah, yeah.
Shay?
Trans.
What is Shay's? Yeah, but trans male or
Trans female. Sorry.
Because Okay. Now I feel bad. I misgendered her. Okay,
That's okay.
continue.
Yeah. And so they have a lot of interesting dynamics. It's also interesting because Clinton is autistic and has certain meltdowns during some of the sessions, which to me, watching Orna in those sessions, I just am so into people's brain dynamics and how she handles this situation with him. Because you get to see, for me personally, you get to see more into the world of folks who are neurodivergent. And she just does such a good job coaching him through the relationship. They end up not being together. But it's an interesting dynamic to kind of watch through her eyes. So there's also like
I want her as my therapist. She's amazing.
same. I'm so into the psychology of it and just watching her talk to couples.
Would you go on it?
Never. I would never put my relationship in front of people. I don't want people to see how crazy I am. I'm actually so tame compared to what I used to be. Okay. What is in dun dun dun? Time for doom scroll debrief. What do you got?
I'm trying to decide what I want to talk about this time.
I can't wait till you edit
Let's
this
see,
and you're
what
like,
do I have? Okay, wait. What do I have? Oh, the solid core guy.
Okay, I don't not know what
Have
this
you
is.
been? What? You haven't been following the solid core story? Okay. There is this guy. I think his name is like Anthony Festa. He's like this like sassy gay guy, very attractive. And last year, I don't know why this like blew up on TikTok. He went into a solid core at like 5 a.m. And I guess the session, like the instructor just didn't show up. And so he just like goes, he's wearing the Ray-Ban like Meta glasses, and he films himself just doing a class on his own. And he puts it on TikTok, and Solid Core reaches out to him and they're like, hey, can you take that down? Like, we don't want to look like our instructors don't show up to classes. And everyone was kind of on his side. Like, he's allowed,
Is this in
like,
New York?
The door was, I think it is in New York.
Of course.
Is it sounding familiar?
No, it
So
just
he's
sounds
like,
like
I guess
something so pretentious that New Yorkers, we'd just be like, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so he has like or it might be Connecticut, if it's near New York, but
Okay.
I guess the reason he even got in, it's not like they left the door unlocked. He has like a fob. So if you're like a solid core member, I guess you can like unlock the door with your key fob or whatever. But he goes to war with solid core because he's like, why the fuck are you telling me to take down a video? Why are you calling me? Blah, blah, blah. And then more comes out that like the class may have actually been canceled, and he just like went anyways and didn't see the message. So really it wasn't really the instructor's fault. So like there's like a little bit of back and forth there. But he starts going to war with solid core, and he starts like fighting the instructors, and he's filming all of it. And TikTok is like on his side because they're like, I don't know, because he's like funny and like a sassy gay guy and everyone loves him. But it turned recently because he was asked, they were like, please stop wearing your Meta glasses to these like workout sessions, because people feel uncomfortable that they're like being filmed.
Yeah.
So the one instructor who didn't show up, that was the one he's kind of like fighting with. She's apparently the one who went to corporate and was like, hey, can you tell him to stop doing this? He shows up at like 4 a.m. when she's going to like open up the solid core studio, and he's in his car and he's like screaming at her, and he films it and puts it on TikTok, and he's like, she's such a bitch, all this stuff, like talking shit about her. And now the internet is just like hating, and they're like, you're like weird. And Solid Core banned him. And through this whole situation, Solid Core has gotten so much like free marketing from him basically, but he's just like a weirdo. I bet you'll see it.
Yeah, and he sounds crazier than the girl in the crash. Truly. When you see it, you're going to be like, he sounds more insane and sociopathic than this girl. Yeah.
I think he might be a sociopath.
This is weird.
But he was so likable. He gives, what is like the American Psycho? He gives like Christian Bale vibes. Like handsome, but like not right. Somebody commented on his TikTok and they're like, you kind of give Christian Bale American Psycho vibes. And he commented, he was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I was like, okay, you are psycho.
That's wild. This makes me think of this movie that I watched over the weekend. And I'm very late to the game, but it's probably one of the best movies I've seen in so long. Have you seen Sinners?
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Why does it remind you of that? Is it like the vampire people?
Yeah. I had no clue that there were vampires in this. And if you would have told me that it had vampires in it, I would have never watched it. Because I would be like, hokey, weird. This is a weird movie. No, thank you. But then you realize the like symbolism and all the metaphors and everything that it's actually saying. And you're like, got it. And you're already bought into the story when the vampires come. So it was one of the best movies I've seen in so long. It deserved all its flowers. So if you haven't seen it, definitely see it. I know I'm so late on the train on this one. Like it literally won all these Oscars.
Now I get to be like, where are you, Amy? Do you live under a rock?
Okay. Let's get back to Doom Scroll Debrief.
Now I feel good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, what's yours?
For you. Okay, my Doom Scroll Debrief is this guy, Jose, whose wife makes him lunch every day. He's Mexican, and his wife.
I love him.
You know him?
Yeah.
Chaparra. He calls his wife Chaparra, and I looked up what that meant, and it just means shorty, like little short girl in Spanish. And I'm so like,
cute.
I love Spanish speakers' nicknames for people. Like, great. And he just shows what he eats for lunch every day. I'm upset. He has like 900,000 followers on TikTok. And it's him just like going in
He's so cute.
He goes in his lunchbox.
He goes in his lunchbox.
He's like, oh, my paleta.
She wrote, when I saw...
Yeah, go ahead.
When I saw it, she wrote him a note.
Yes.
It was like a little sticky note. I forgot what it said, but it was really sweet.
It's like, I love you, honey. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy your lunch. And he's like, and you have to get the salsa. And he gets so excited about what he's eating. And he acts like it's always a surprise with his like gummies. It's just such a pleasant part of the internet that you're like, thank you. Thank you for this.
This really tells our personalities, because every week we come on here and we say our doom scroll debrief, and yours is always like a sweet grandma who's like kind of like has dementia, but she's so sweet and funny. And then I'm over here like, and this person murdered this person, and he's banned from Solid Core. He might be a psychopath.
We all enjoy our downtime in different ways. What does that say about us? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, next week we have the not the Real Housewives, the Summer House reunion to look forward to. The previews we're previewing. Like, I am like thirsty for this reunion. I can't wait to see it.
Same.
It's going to be interesting. Amanda looks like she's showing no remorse. So we'll get to talk about that, more Doom Scroll Debrief, and everything else that we usually talk about. So until then, we are not done talking.
Bye.
Period.